Meth
Nice.
labs per county.
Oh my god!
I'm from this.
Whoa!
It was all in Arkansas. This is basically a look at
No
what each state's
way!
interested in by looking.
So today I want to check out a map. No, that's wrong. What? So today one of you guys sent me a video about maps of America, and it's supposed to be weird, fun, wild, crazy maps. And you know how I feel about weird things. I love them all. I'm always happy to check out you guys' ideas, so do feel free to suggest them below in the comments. Also, feel free to like, share, comment, all those annoying things YouTubers ask you to do. Otherwise, and I have a threat from a viewer today. Oh, this is a good one. When you put your keys in your coat pocket, you'll find out that there's a small hole in the pocket and your keys will be trapped between the lining and the exterior fabric. Ooh. So like, share, comment, subscribe.
Maps. They're very good at helping to understand a place, aren't they? You can look at a map of the United States, but it isn't really helpful in understanding what it's really like in each state. We need to look at different maps to see what it's really like in the United States, right?
That's overwhelming.
Maps! Maps! About America.
About America. I can't read
here
maps.
we are in the state of Wisconsin. Now, if you know anything about American culture, you know there's a stereotype that people in this part of the country drink a lot of booze.
Is there?
We're going to begin with a look at a map which shows if this is true or not.
Drink Wisconsinably.
This map shows where there's more bars or grocery stores in the U.S., depending on where you live. The red dots are areas where there's more bars than grocery stores. The yellow dots show where there's more grocery stores than bars.
Oh.
Look at that. Wisconsin, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, and Illinois have more bars than grocery stores.
My kind of people.
So does upstate New York. That goes along with the theory that it's deeply religious in the Deep South.
Is it,
There's not as many bars. Cool, huh? Let's look at another one, shall we? Meth labs per county.
Oh my god!
I'm from this county over here. Like the biggest meth lab square in the country.
Where's that, California?
Look at all those meth labs. I'm so proud. There's a bunch on the West Coast. That makes sense. I think meth labs were invented in Oregon.
Nothing in the north, really.
There's somewhere. Look at this map. It shows where all the different races in America are. The green is Hispanic and the orange is black folks. The light blue are Native Americans. The dark blue is where Asians are, like here in San Francisco.
Okay.
The white areas are where it's mostly white. And as you can see, it's a very divided country. A lot of us live in regions that are similar to us racially.
That's really
New Mexico has the
interesting.
nation's highest Hispanic population as a percentage of its population. Interesting.
It is interesting.
Oh my God. Here's a map that
Oh
shows who the highest paid public employee is in each state. Almost every single one's a football or basketball coach at some big college.
I used to be a rugby coach.
In New Hampshire, it's a
and a
hockey
gym coach.
How much does a hockey coach make in New Hampshire, you might ask? At the time, it was a guy named Dick Umily who got paid $242,000 a year in 2014.
I made
The
like
president of the
15
school only
euro
made
an hour.
$385K, so Dick must have been a good coach. Here's a map that shows the fattest countries in the whole world. Dark red is more obese.
Oh.
Look at us. There we go. 37% of
guys.
Americans are overweight.
Where's
12th
Ireland?
fattest nation
Oh, we're
overall.
pretty
Only a
fat
bunch
too.
of small South Pacific nations have a greater population of overweight citizens.
You know what? That is really interesting because here in Spain, I have noticed everybody has a really good body. Like, I feel really self-conscious because I'm not like a hard body. I'm just a regular person. And I often feel self-conscious because everybody is in such good shape here. And I think it is to do with the fact that people wear a lot less clothes. I know that sounds really basic, but people go around in like bikinis and shorts. So yeah, people walk around with a lot less clothes here. So that makes sense that people are in better shape here. But look at little Ireland there. There we are in the corner and we're pretty orange looking. We wear jumpers all day. I know I'm wearing a jumper today. It's pretty chilly.
We need to diet for sure, people. Vietnam's the skinniest nation overall. Only 2% are overweight there. But China has like zero
Like you guys
overweight
haven't
people
heard
too.
that before.
Africa hardly has any, except the rich African countries. Hey, this is neat. Here's an interactive one that shows how fast Walmart grew beginning in 1962.
Whoa!
It was all in Arkansas. There's more than 11,000 Walmarts
I
now.
want a Walmart.
Look at
so
it.
much.
It's like a germ
I
spreading.
love
all over
Walmart. It scares me, but I like
run,
it.
it's Walmart. Okay, so we're the most overweight nation on Earth. We're also #1 in prisons per capita.
Wow.
It's not even really close. We have 4% of the world's population, but we have 22% of the world's prisoners. That's not COVID spreading. The orange color is where half the country's wealth is, and the blue is the other half. Half the country's wealth is in these few little orange areas. Like, this one's
Wow.
Minneapolis, and I'm guessing that one is St. Louis. That's Charlotte, and that looks like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has money.
Florida.
There's a big gap between the rich and poor in this country, and that gap
Yes.
is widening. The middle class is shrinking at an alarming rate. In 1970, the middle class had almost 2/3 of the total U.S. income.
I have to say, on that note, I do notice when I'm in America the massive gap a lot more than I would notice it here in Spain or in Ireland. There seems to be a lot more blurring, I suppose, in Europe, or perhaps there's more extremes in America because of the vast size of it. But yeah, really interesting. I would agree that there is a huge disparity between the income levels in America, for sure.
Guess which country gives new moms no paid leave? We don't. And so do a handful of other countries, some of which you may not have even heard of before.
Interesting. Okay, let's check out the old map there. Yes, Ireland, 26 weeks or more. We do have a lot of maternity leave in Ireland. All my friends are like pretty much on maternity leave right now, which is so funny. Spain, doing pretty good there too. United States, no paid leave. I thought you guys got some. That's really surprising. And I'm guessing paternity leave is out of the question.
Here's a look at the happiest states in the country, or at least people who say they're happy. A lot of the Mountain West and Upper Midwest says they're happy. This whole area down here says they are not happy. Those also happen to be most of the poorest states too, except for New Mexico. I guess that shows in America, if you don't have a lot of money, you aren't happy.
Texas is
and that's just sad.
happy.
Why is Texas so happy? Okay, so here's where all the
I love
McDonald's are in
Texas.
the U.S. No wonder we're all so fat. There's 14,000 McDonald's
lot.
here.
A
It
lot.
said that every American is no further than 115 miles from a McDonald's. Where's that
Oh my
other
god. I thought he was gonna say meters. I'm basing that off of Los Angeles was the first time I ever went to America. And in Los Angeles, I could not believe, I was blown away by how many McDonald's there were. Yeah, not quite 115 meters.
This one's very insightful. Someone did some Google mining to see what
interesting
odd
one.
search terms appeared from different states. This is basically a look at
No
what each state's
way!
interested in by looking at their popular search terms. I guess they did it
Whoa!
during the quarantine of 2020. A lot of it involves alcohol. New Mexico
Delete
wants day
Facebook.
drink. Minnesota wants boxed
Chicken
wine.
nuggets.
Wisconsin wants Bloody Marys. Tennessee wants to drink at Cracker Barrel. Mississippi wants
What?
vodka pops. In
This is
Wyoming, they want to
amazing.
stop drinking, I guess. Here's the most recognizable brand in each state. Look at Florida.
Wow.
Texas is known for Dr. Pepper.
Hoosiers.
I thought it would be
Dr.
Wrangler or
Pepper.
something. Starbucks in
Have I
Washington
ever
makes
had a
sense.
Dr. Pepper?
Harley Davidson in Wisconsin.
I'm sure I have.
Coors in Colorado. Budweiser in Missouri. Walmart in Arkansas. Okay.
Whoa.
What is
And
Sinclair?
Arkansas looks cool. I
Does
want to check out
AOL still
Arkansas.
exist? Why is Virginia AOL? South
Yeah,
Carolina's
why?
known for Denny's? Do
Denny's.
they make washing machines in Iowa or something? Okay, so here's all the countries that have the death penalty. Of course, we're on here. All of Europe and
Illegal.
Canada and Mexico don't have the death penalty.
No,
I don't
we
know why we even have it anymore. Clearly, it doesn't work. Look around. Our criminals aren't afraid to die.
If you're interested in my views on the death penalty, go check out my second channel. I make it quite clear how I feel about people who do bad things to other
Here's
people.
what people Google the most. Why is a state so...
Oh.
Why is California so expensive? Everybody wants to know.
Yes. Why is
Everyone wants
it?
to know, why is Utah so Mormon? Why is Massachusetts so smart? I didn't know they were that smart.
Oh.
Why is Louisiana
Haunted.
so racist? Oh man.
Is it?
Why is Arkansas so poor? Why is Ohio so important? Ohio's important? Why is North Carolina so cheap? That's a question I ask every day, because this is a great state.
This is so
It's not gonna be-
interesting.
There's different ways of talking based on where you live in the U.S. Of course, there's certain dialects and
Crayon.
accents.
Crayon.
This map shows how people say the word crayon, or crayon, or
Crayon.
People in New York
Crayon.
are like crayon. all
Crayon.
proper. Wisconsin people are like crayon.
Crayon.
I always say crayon. Most of the country says crayon, I guess.
Oh my gosh! Instead of crayon, you could do Diane. Because I love how Americans say my name. They go Diane, Diane. And it's the same as crayon. You all say it differently. It's so cool. I enjoy it. Sorry. It's all about me.
So anyway, somebody crawled Craigslist to get a database map of the most common places in each state where somebody said they had a missed connection. Here's the map. Okay, apparently in California, most people stalk each other at the 24-hour fitness.
Oh my gosh.
Look at
All
all the
you gym
Walmarts.
goers.
It's like 20
Good
states.
for you.
I fell in love with you at Walmart. I saw you at the Walmart self-check. You had trouble with the scanner. We should date. So dumb. Look at McDonald's.
It's not dumb.
Of course, in New York, it's on the subway. In Hawaii, it's at the beach. Okay, so that's a unique look at America through interesting maps.
Interesting.
You can drive around this country and cover everything.
Well, that was super interesting. I kind of like the whole misconnections thing. Do people actually genuinely meet each other through that, though? I definitely think if you see somebody and you feel a connection, just go up and talk to them. Not that I ever have, but I mean, what have you got to lose? Realistically, your pride, your dignity, your wallet. I've had people come up to me, but I just haven't gone up to other people. But I definitely think in the moment, just do it. But otherwise, I suppose I think it's quite sweet. He thinks it's stalkery. Today, Chewy wants to shout out some very special people.
Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to Chewy, happy birthday to me tomorrow.
Chewy, we're supposed to use the shout outs for the patrons.
Oops, sorry.
Brian Ediger would like to shout out all those serving their faith, in particular individuals serving smaller communities. He says they often have to wear multiple hats, from giving support to people when they need it the most to the organization of major community events, and they often don't get paid well. They do the work because they love the people. Brian says, you deserve more recognition. Thanks, Brian. Back to you, Chewy.
And many more.
And that's it for today. See you on the other side. Bye. Whoa! Hi, baby! Hi! You wanna come over and say hi? Okay.